There is a war happening right now. Not on a battlefield, not in a courtroom, not in the streets. It is happening inside you, around you, and through every relationship you have ever trusted. It is a silent war, fought with words, with silence, with manipulation, with carefully constructed illusions designed to make you believe you are less than you are. And the most dangerous part of this war is that most people do not even know they are in it. Dark psychology is not a villain in a movie. It is not something reserved for serial killers and cult leaders. It walks into your life wearing the face of someone you love. It speaks in the voice of a parent who tells you that you will never amount to anything. It lives in the office of a boss who takes credit for your work and then makes you feel grateful for the opportunity. It sits across from you at the dinner table. It sends you good morning texts. It knows exactly where your wounds are because you trusted it with the map. Manipulation is not always loud. In fact, the most dangerous form of it is whisper quiet. It is the slow erosion of your confidence. It is someone convincing you over months and years that your instincts are wrong, that your feelings are too much, that your ambitions are unrealistic, that you are lucky anyone puts up with you at all. This is called gaslighting, and it is one of the most powerful weapons in the arsenal of those who seek to control rather than connect. You need to understand something fundamental about people who try to break you. Their power over you is entirely borrowed. They borrow it from your self-doubt. They borrow it from your desire to be loved. They borrow it from your fear of conflict, your history of abandonment, your longing to belong. The moment you stop lending them those things, they have nothing. Absolutely nothing. A manipulator without a victim is just a person standing alone in a room talking to themselves. There is a concept in dark psychology called intermittent reinforcement. It is the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You receive a reward sometimes, randomly, unpredictably, and that randomness creates a kind of obsession. When someone treats you well occasionally, just often enough to keep hope alive, you become addicted to chasing that version of them. You excuse the cruelty because you remember the kindness. You stay because you are always waiting for the good version to come back. This is not love. This is a trap. And recognizing it is the first act of liberation. Narcissists, dark triad personalities, emotional predators. These are not mythological creatures. They are statistically common. They are charming at first, often irresistibly so. They study you. They learn what you need, and they give it to you. Just enough to earn your trust, your loyalty, your silence. Then slowly, the dynamic shifts. What you thought was a relationship becomes a hierarchy. What you thought was love becomes a performance you are required to maintain. And if you ever dare to step out of your assigned role, if you ever dare to have a need, a boundary, a moment of self-respect, you are punished. Through cold silence, through rage, through the weaponization of your own insecurities against you. But here is what they never tell you. Every single one of those tactics is a confession of weakness. Control is what frightened people do. Manipulation is the strategy of someone who knows they cannot earn what they want, so they take it instead. When someone tries to diminish you, they are not describing your limitations. They are revealing their own fear of what you are capable of. Powerful people do not need to cage other powerful people. Only the threatened do that. You have survived things that were designed to end you. Relationships that tried to hollow you out. Environments that tried to convince you smallness was safety. Voices, both external and internal, that told you to shrink, to comply, to disappear quietly into someone else's comfort. And yet here you are, still standing, still asking questions, still reaching for something more. That is not nothing. That is everything. The reclamation of your own mind is the most radical thing you can do in a world that profits from your self-doubt. When you begin to recognize the patterns, when you can see the manipulation before it lands, when you stop explaining yourself to people who were never going to understand you because understanding was never their goal, something shifts. You become unreachable, not cold, not closed, unreachable to harm. There is a difference between building walls and building discernment. Walls keep everything out. Discernment lets the right things in and keeps the wrong things out. Know this about your potential. It does not require anyone's permission to exist. Your gifts do not need to be validated by people who are threatened by them. Your healing does not require an apology from the person who hurt you. Your future is not held hostage by your past. You do not need the people who tried to break you to acknowledge that they were wrong. You just need to stop organizing your life around winning their approval. The greatest act of psychological resistance is to build something real, to show up fully, to love yourself with the same ferocity that others have used to tear you down, to refuse the story that was written for you by people who needed you to be manageable, to take back authorship of your own life with both hands and hold on. Nobody can hold you back. Not permanently. Not if you decide they cannot. The chains that feel most real are the ones built from your own belief in them. The moment you stop believing, they dissolve. You are not the version of yourself that your enemies imagined. You are not the sum of what was done to you. You are not the fears they planted or the doubts they watered. You are what survived all of it. And that version of you cannot be stopped.